Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports, and welcome to a Thursday, the 21st day of May for 2026. Off we go. Mike Will, Tyson O'Ronick, doing our thing here today. We've got all of your news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. A lot to talk about again today. Nebraska will face Oklahoma State tonight in the NCAA Softball Super Regional at Bowlin Stadium in Lincoln. Got some comments coming up today from Husker head coach Rhonda Revelle and player Jordy Fromm, so stick around for that. That's just one of two Super Regionals that get underway today. Georgia will play at Tennessee in the other one. The other 6 Super Regionals for NCAA Softball will begin on Friday. Hastings College will be joining the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference in men's and women's swimming and diving beginning in 2026-2027. We'll take a look at that. Hastings High has their first state champion in girls track in 40 years. We'll tell you who got the honor yesterday at the State Track and Field Championships in Omaha on the show here this morning. State soccer, state high school baseball played last night. The NBA playoffs continued last night, and we'll have some action on the ice tonight in the National Hockey League. So all that and more is coming up for you here this morning as we welcome in Tyson O'Ronick from the Western Studios. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, and welcome to our Friday show. Even though it's Thursday, I could kind of get used to this whole getting that Friday feeling on a Thursday thing. But yeah, excited for the extended holiday weekend. Excited for Husker softball to get underway in the Super Regional competition, and excited for Husker baseball to finally get underway tomorrow in the Big Ten baseball tournament. So lots going on, and lots of extended days to celebrate.
Yeah, you and I would not be here tomorrow, and we won't be here on Monday. So, like you said, this is our last show until Tuesday of next week. And hopefully people can get out and enjoy the Memorial Day holiday weekend as well. A couple of things we'll get to before we really dive into the high school scene. Mm-hmm. Philadelphia Eagles linebacker Nolan Smith was arrested yesterday and accused of speeding and reckless driving in Georgia. He was caught going 135 miles per hour in a 70-mile-per-hour speed zone of the interstate. He made bond. He was released from jail shortly after his arrest. He was selected by the Eagles in the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft out of Georgia. So, he was down in his home state, driving 135 miles per hour in a 70-mile-per-hour speed zone. I don't think I could get my Jeepster up to 135 miles per hour, and you certainly don't have a car that's going to go 135 miles per hour. But obviously, Nolan Smith had a car that could go 135. Anyway,
the Honda tops out at 160, sir.
How fast have you had your car up to?
I cannot disclose that information on this show.
Why? You're not going to get arrested. Like 10 years ago, you got your car up to 100?
It was a little less than 10 years ago, and I can be in a hurry at times, and there is no posted speed limit on the Baltimore. Yeah. North Baltimore.
Baltimore Avenue?
So North Baltimore, north of the tracks.
Yeah.
And there's nothing until you get to 42nd Street and Walmart. There's like that little tiny area by Lake Hastings. I think they maybe still play baseball there. Dude, open it up when you get past the tracks there.
By opening it up, what do you mean?
I think that my '06 Silver Civic at one time did like 140 on that stretch.
You didn't make it up to 140 miles per hour during that little stretch of road. In your Honda Civic?
It was fast, man.
In that little stretch of road
Mm-hmm.
from like the bowling alley out to 42nd Street, you made it up to 140 miles an hour?
I went Lockland. I was heading to Lockland. I was a pizza delivery driver at the time. I had to be fast. Like, I got paid to be fast.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe 140 might be an exaggeration. Might have been 138. I don't know. It didn't have a digital meter.
Yeah.
I was trying to, like, read off of the speedometer. But, yeah, the Hondas top out at 160.
Yeah, that's impressive. I got up to 160 miles per hour once.
As a passenger in a car?
Yeah, I was on a speedway going 160 miles an hour when I took the Kyle Petty driving experience down at the Kansas Speedway. I got up to 160 miles per hour. In a car, I probably gone 100 before, but not at 135 that Nolan Smith Jr. went in a 70 mile per hour speed zone. I've seen some idiots driving on Interstate 80 in excess of 100 miles per hour.
I've seen some idiots on 281 in excess of 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, they're really cracking down on that here lately.
They need
I've been on the 281 several times the past couple of days. I've never seen so many.
It's fish in a barrel, dude.
Law enforcement personnel.
That's the easiest speed trap in the universe. Well,
why haven't they been out there then? I've just seen an increased presence here. They must have one of those holiday grants.
Yes.
Or something.
Yeah, probably. I think we do. There was a news release. I forgot to talk about it. Oops.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that leads us off here for this Thursday morning where we're talking about
I'm
speed.
surprised you led with that and not the other thing.
Well, let me see if I get to it.
I think you probably have time and you're itching. Go ahead. I know how much you love news on this one man.
Okay, I know where you're going then. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers said yesterday that the 2026 season will be his last of his Hall of Fame worthy career.
Hallelujah.
The four-time NFL MVP signed a one-year contract worth up to $25 million with the Steelers this week, reuniting with Coach Mike McCarthy, his coach for 13 seasons with the Green Bay Packers. So, yeah, now Aaron Rodgers, he's come out of his hole. He signed his contract for this year. He's going to make $25 million, and in his first news conference, he says this will be his last. I think he said very similar things last year when he signed his one-year deal with Pittsburgh. He thought that last year would be his last. Then he said when Mike Tomlin resigned at the end of last year, he knew that last year was going to be his last until Mike McCarthy got the job.
So happy together.
So happy together. Here we are again. Then he started talking during the offseason. McCarthy finally got the job at Pittsburgh. The talks then intensified. Mike McCarthy got him back. So he signed on for the year. And you can see it already, whether it be the last regular season game for Pittsburgh in the playoffs or, God, for the Super Bowl.
Slow down.
No, I'm just saying the scene, it started Aaron Rodgers with Mike McCarthy at Green Bay, and they're going to walk hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, walking off of the field to end Aaron Rodgers' career after all this time. Whether it is in the regular season, in the playoffs, or, God, in the Super Bowl this year, the story will be written, and off goes Aaron Rodgers into the sunset.
Or off goes Aaron Rodgers in a gator with a knee brace because his offensive line broke down.
And he's 42 years old and he couldn't get away from a big 350-pound defensive end edge rusher.
Yep.
You said that last year. You didn't think Aaron Rodgers would make the year last year.
I didn't. I still don't. I still can't believe that he did. And now, to double down on that, I can't believe that he's going to try to do it again. Like, how many times do you want to stare in the face? And
how old was Tom Brady when I don't know this fact. How old was
40?
Tom Brady when he retired?
I think 40.
40 or 42? Rodgers is 42.
It's fine.
Yeah, how old was Tom Brady when he officially retired from the NFL? You banging that out right quick?
Oh, no, I'm not, actually.
Well, that was your cue.
Sorry, I thought you had a research department that was on it here this morning. Tom Brady retired at...
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, he was in his 40s. Aaron Rodgers is going to be...
Yeah, he's 45.
So, yeah. So he was 45 when he officially retired? So
but he did that weird thing with the Bucks when he came back. Remember his little brief comeback tour?
Yeah. But 45 when he officially stepped away? So Rodgers will be 42.
We got it, Amber. We got it.
Rodgers
Eventually.
Will be 42 when he retires. So
yeah, Rodgers is less mobile and...
Oh, yeah. And has taken more hits than Tom Brady.
A lot more hits.
Yeah. So,
literally
anyway,
and figuratively.
That's the news out of Aaron Rodgers. I thought you were going here.
Okay.
Competitive eater Joey Chestnut.
No, that's not.
The reigning champion and 17-time winner of the Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Eating Contest will compete in the July 4th spectacle while on probation after he pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor battery charge. Joey Chestnut was accused of slapping a man on the face during a night out at an Indiana bar. He entered a guilty plea on April 20th and was sentenced to 180 days of probation in Hamilton County. A judge has granted him permission to travel outside the state, allowing Joey Chestnut to defend his title and the signature mustard belt on Coney Island this summer. So you're standing before the judge, going to get sentenced for slapping a man on the face.
And they ask if you have any final words. And you say, yes, Your Honor, I do. Can I please go still eat a bunch of hot dogs? Can you cut my ankle bracelet off for just one day? I promise I'll be good. You can watch me on TV.
Yeah, again. God, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Well, also, so is competitive eating, but we won't go there.
I know, but you're standing before the judge, Mr. Serious Judge.
For a slapping charge.
For a misdemeanor battery charge. And he's got to work through his lawyer to get this done, to go to Coney Island this summer during probation so he can compete in the Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Eating Contest.
Also, who gives somebody 6 months probation for slapping a guy at a bar? Like, how is that a possible penalty?
I don't know.
I slap people at the bar all the time.
That's misdemeanor battery. I don't know what the sentence is for that. He probably got the maximum 6 months probation. I don't know.
6 months probation for a bar slap? Come on.
Well, you don't go slapping a guy in the bar in the face.
Well, you don't, like, unless it's intended.
Nothing is intended slapping a man in the face in the bar.
You insult me enough times and I say, hey, stop insulting me or I'm going to slap you. and you continue to do it, I'm going to slap you at the bar.
Well, then you're going to get 6 months probation.
I think that's a stupid rule.
It is what it is. Joey Chestnut, not Joey Chitwood, Joey Chestnut. He'll be in the field for Nathan's famous international hot dog eating contest.
Can hardly wait.
LSU has finalized a deal to add Ed Orgeron.
Yeah.
I looked that up because I didn't think this was right. They have it Ozonron.
Oh, I don't know.
How'd you pronounce it? Orgeron?
You keep going. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you know who the guy is.
I may or may not know who the guy is.
Yeah, that's that guy. He's the former head coach at LSU.
Yeah,
led LSU to the national title in 2019. He reunites with Lane Kiffin at LSU, his longtime friend and colleague, who he previously worked at USC in Tennessee. They last worked together at USC in 2013. His role will be officially the special assistant to recruiting and defense for the Tigers. Mm-hmm. Along with his other coaching stops, he was the head coach at Ole Miss and LSU, interim coach at USC. Got a reputation as one of the country's top recruiters and defensive line coaches. So they get back together again. That's LSU. So that was some coaching news coming out of the NCAA yesterday. Big Ten baseball yesterday. What happened? You had Purdue beat Illinois 3-1. You had Ohio State knocking up Rutgers 3-2. Michigan State over Iowa 4-3, and Washington over Michigan 7-1. So this goofy double elimination tournament continues today. Purdue will play Iowa at 2 this afternoon. And then Ohio State will take on Michigan at 6 tonight. Let's see. Now we go to Friday when Nebraska finally gets to play. Nebraska is going to play the Game 10 winner, which is either
That's back
Ohio
on
State.
sheet 1. You got to go back to sheet 1.
Nebraska is going to play the Game 10 winner. That will be either Ohio State or Michigan.
Ew.
And that will be at 5 o'clock tomorrow in Omaha.
I don't like it.
You don't like the matchup?
That's a tough draw. Ohio State's a pretty good baseball team. I don't like that matchup.
That's a number 6 Ohio State seed and a number 7 Michigan seed.
Yep.
So that's going to be Nebraska's opponent tomorrow at 5. Again, Ohio State and Michigan will play tonight at 6. You can watch it on BTN. So the top 4 seeds tomorrow will finally get to play. And one game is already set. USC will play Michigan State in the first game tomorrow at 9. Then UCLA, the number 1 seed, will play either Purdue or Iowa at 1 o'clock.
Bullshit.
Nebraska will play either Ohio State or Michigan at 5 o'clock. And then Oregon is set to take on Washington in the 9 o'clock game tomorrow on BTN.
So UCLA gets either Iowa or Purdue, which are the 2 most pitiful baseball schools.
UCLA gets either.
Yeah, UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA gets either.
Did I say Iowa?
Yeah.
UCLA either gets Iowa or Michigan State.
No, they get Iowa, Purdue.
God damn it!
You
Hold on.
get this figured out.
I know what I want to say, and I keep saying wrong schools' names because, damn it, this is stupid complicated. All right, here we go. Reset. UCLA gets the top seed, and now they've waited till Friday, and they're going to get either
Purdue
or Iowa, which are awful either way. Like Purdue and Iowa could combine forces to build a baseball team and still not be a very good baseball team. That's how bad they are.
No. That's why you're number 1 seed, and play a number 5 or a number 8 seed. Nebraska's a number 2 seed.
Yes.
And they're going to play a number 6 or
Either
a number
Michigan
7
or
seed.
Ohio State, right?
Number 6 or number 7 seed.
And I don't like either of those matchups.
Well, whether you like it or not, that's who we're going to play. Look at number 4 USC. They get to play a number 12 seed.
I'm just saying, like UCLA, as the 1 seed, is literally got their feet up right now and can be in cruise control.
That's the way this is supposed to work.
Well, it's a stupid way to work.
Then number 3 Oregon is going to face a number 11 seed.
I don't like this tournament.
Then
It's
the two
trash.
winners,
They can file 13 it.
the winners will play on this Saturday at 2 and 6. And the Big Ten Championship is going to be played on Sunday at 2. You can see all the action on BTN. So
I hate it.
I don't care if you hate it or not.
I'm just saying. It's stupid.
God, you are.
I gave it a chance. We've given it 2 days, and as it's coming to the finish line, I'm
You don't
liking
like
it less
still.
and less and less and less.
So now the real tournament starts basically tomorrow.
Sure.
Yeah, with the top 4 seeds finally in action. So they'll have to play Friday and Saturday and then Sunday if they make it to the championship. That's 3 days. Then next week we'll have the NCAA baseball tournament will start. So anyway, that's what's happening there. Nebraska's softball playing. Again, it's an 8 o'clock start tonight. If you want to watch Nebraska's softball in the Super Regionals against Oklahoma State, that goes at 8 tonight on ESPN2. The second game is going to be tomorrow at 4 o'clock, also on ESPN2. And if they need a ticket into the third game, that'll be on Saturday. It'll be at 4 o'clock on ESPN. And again, all the Nebraska baseball games obviously coming up on BTN here for the rest of the weekend. So that's where you'll find your Nebraska sports. 7:23, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Again, if you'd like to chime in, 402-834-1330. 402-834-1330. If you'd like to chime in on our social media sites, you can do that as well. Lots of folks in the lobby today. Amber's already chimed in that Brady was 45 when he retired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we kind of discussed that. She says the world is soft now. God.
World is soft.
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
Feelings get hurt. That's in regards to the 9 months of probation for slapping a guy at a bar.
Oh. Yeah, I suppose. NBA stuff from last night. We can quickly get through this. There's only one game. Oklahoma City, they beat San Antonio last night 122-113. That series now tied up at 1 game apiece. Tonight, you've got the Eastern Conference Finals. Cleveland playing at the New York Knicks. New York leading that series 1-0 after Tuesday's 115-104 win. The Knicks came from, 22 or 23 points down in the fourth quarter to a win on Tuesday. So those two teams will play again tonight, Cleveland at New York. But Oklahoma City winning last night by the score of 122-113 to even up the Western Conference Finals at 1 game apiece.
All right. On the ice, Colorado lost to Vegas last night by the score of 4-2. Nothing makes me happier than seeing a sad Stan Kroenke on a Thursday morning. So Avs fans, rejoice, you are currently losing that playoff series at 1-0 as Vegas takes game 1 4-2. Quickly going to the pitch. Aston Villa knocking off SC Freiburg yesterday by the score of 3-0. They host the Europa Trophy, which is a big deal for them. Back to the ice tonight. We are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. It'll be on TNT at 7 p.m. as the Habs, a.k.a. the Canadians, are traveling to Carolina to take on a team that was once known as the Hartford Whalers and are now the Carolina Hurricanes.
That's the first game of the
Eastern Conference Finals, yes.
Montreal and Carolina. Mm-hmm. So who won soccer?
Aston Villa won the Europa League trophy yesterday.
So is that an upset?
No, they're taking on SC Freiburg from the Bundesliga in Germany. We were hoping that the Premier League team would rise victorious in that matchup, and they did.
Yeah,
so,
I can't remember what you said who the favorite was in this tournament.
There's no real favorite. There's a lot of good teams. Like the Europa is the champions of the second tier champions of Europe. The Champions League is actually the champions of Europe. The second tier of that is the Europa League, and then the third tier of that, this is going to get really confusing, is like the Champions League series. It's a whole other thing. Soccer's fun to keep track of.
That's why I have you on board. You're my soccer expert. So,
glad to be here.
The team that was supposed to win did. So.
Yes, Vegas is happy.
All right. You
Vegas
talk
is
about
happy.
NASCAR being confusing. COD soccer.
Oh shit! Speaking of,
yeah, you gotta get your lineup in. You got till the Saturday to do it though.
This is the long race.
Yeah, this is the 600. I think it is
600 laps.
Coca-Cola, no, 600 miles.
600 miles?
Yeah, that's going to be on Sunday.
How many stages do they break that off into?
I don't know, probably 3. Indy 500 on Sunday afternoon, and you got the Coca-Cola 600 at night.
You can watch 1,100 miles of cars turning left.
Yeah. Remember Catherine Legg? She's going to try to compete in both races this year.
Doesn't she have to qualify first?
She did.
She did qualify?
For the Indy? Yeah.
No, I thought you meant Coca-Cola.
Yeah, she's probably in. Yeah, she's going to compete in both races.
Well,
Couple of people. I want
to toss her in my lineup.
I got my sheet somewhere. She's the first female driver to attempt to run the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 in one day.
Well, how come I can't put her in my lineup then?
Because she's not a full-time. She's not a full. You're not going to put her in your lineup.
Why not? I can't get worse.
Why would you put Catherine Lay in your NASCAR lineup?
Because I don't want to throw any of my other C drivers in.
Why?
Because there's only 2 good ones, and I've already pretty much maxed out their starts.
There's somebody there you can snag better than Catherine Lay.
No,
So she's the first female driver to attempt to run both races. I'll make a prediction.
Okay.
I'll say, number one, weather for Indy on Sunday is iffy at best.
You don't think she's going to be able to make it in time for this start?
Well, I don't think the races will be run the same day. But if they are, I'll say that she'll run both races, but she'll be a DNF in both races. So is that technically that you've run them? You just didn't finish.
You got to start, yeah.
I suppose
if you take the green flag, you start it.
So she'll go out in Indy,
make history.
Female driver goes out, runs 50 laps and crashes. She hops on an airplane, flies to Charlotte, North Carolina, hops in the NASCAR, runs out and runs 100 laps and crashes.
Jeez.
But then she'll be the first female driver to ever compete in both the Indianapolis 500 and the Coca-Cola 600, not running 1,100 miles, but probably running.
You're going to say DNF by crash in both races.
I'm going to say she doesn't finish either race. And I shouldn't say that because she's got an allegiance to our old buddy that we interviewed during the Kansas race.
I'm just curious if I can turn this into some sort of bet.
Keith Wolf, remember when we had him
Yeah.
on? Yeah, she's kind of aligned with his NASCAR team.
His team?
Yep. We could probably call him up and see how.
I think she'll finish one race.
Yeah? Which one?
Indy. Finishes Indy.
Hops on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Flies to North Carolina and
I'm not going to say crash in Coca-Cola 600. I'll give you another curveball. I'll say mechanical failure.
Oh, God.
Which is a nice way to pull a car off if you're exhausted.
Yeah, we'll see what. Number one, we'll see if Indy is run on Sunday. The forecast again doesn't look good to run Indy on Sunday, so we'll see if that is pulled off. All right, cruising along here. Thursday morning, this is a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. It is 7:32.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Start in Washington, where supporters of year-round E15 ethanol sales are searching for a legislative path forward in the U.S. Senate, and the new Farm Bill could be that vehicle. Nebraska Senator Pete Ricketts says expanding access to E15 would help Nebraska corn growers lower fuel costs and boost domestic energy production. The House recently passed separate E15 legislation, but Senate leaders are now considering attaching the measure to a broader 5-year Farm Bill as negotiations continue in Washington. Meanwhile, training and final preparation is taking place to open the Hastings Aquacourt Water Park on Saturday. The Aquacourt is scheduled to be open from noon until 7 daily through August 9th. However, the Aquacourt will be closed for public swimming if the air temperature is below 70 degrees or at the manager's discretion based on inclement weather, attendance, or unusual circumstances. And most City of Hastings offices will be closed on Monday in observance of the Memorial Day holiday. Front desk services will be unavailable at the Administration, Development Services, Financial, Hastings Police Department. I think there should have been a comment in there, and I missed one. Finance, Hastings Police Department, Hastings Fire and Rescue, Hastings Public Library, Hastings Utilities, Hastings Parks and Rec, and Solid Waste Landfill Departments. The Hastings Museum will be open Monday for regular summer hours from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Extreme Sports and Huddle Up will be closed on Monday morning at 7 a.m. and will reopen on Tuesday at 7 a.m.
Right.
Eastside Studios, Mike, what's going on in sports?
Yeah, Sports Today brought to you by Bamboo Mind and Body Spa of Hastings and Blue Hill, your 24-hour wellness center where members can access a variety of amenities on their own time. Hastings College will be joining the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference in men's and women's swimming and diving in 2026-2027. This will be the first year of competition in men's and women's swimming and diving for the Broncos. Hastings will be the 9th men's team in the conference, joining Sterling College, the University of St. Mary, Aquinas College out of Michigan, Olivet Nazarene of Illinois, Midland University, Morningside, Bethel University of Indiana, and Dort. Hastings will be the 10th team in the conference for the women with the addition of the College of St. Mary. Sophia Reynolds of Hastings High has won the state championship in the Class B 3,200-meter run at the State Track and Field Championships in Omaha. Reynolds is the first girls state track champion for Hastings High in 40 years. The last person to win it was Shauna Jones in 1986. The leaders after the first day of competition are Lincoln North Star for the Class A boys and Papillion La Vista South for the Class A girls. Kearney is in second place in the girls' race. In Class B, Waverly leads the boys' race. Bennington is on top for the girls. Northwest is third. At the state high school soccer tournament last night, Lincoln Southwest won the Class A boys championship with a 1-0 win over Omaha South. Gretna won the Class B boys crown with an 8-2 win over Lexington. At the state high school baseball tournament yesterday, Millard North beat Millard South 4-2, and Lincoln East defeated Papillion La Vista South 12-5. So Millard North will play Lincoln East for the Class A state championship tomorrow night at 7. In Class B, it'll be Omaha Skutt against Elkhorn North. Skutt beat Omaha Groves 5-4 in 9 innings yesterday, while Elkhorn North defeated Seward 9-1. The Class B state championship game is set for 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. In Class C, Mount Michael defeated Guardian Angels Central Catholic West Point Beamer 6-0. Lincoln Lutheran got by Omaha Roncalli 6-5 yesterday after Roncalli forced his second game with a 2-1 win in the opener. The Class C state championship game is set for noon on Friday. That's a check into sports headlines at 7:36 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
There will be rain chances over the next few days, but the best chances for measurable rainfall, which is good news, will be to the west of the Tri-Cities and the west of Hastings. Today we'll have a high of 65, a little breezy with gusts to about 20 miles per hour, a high in the mid-60s. Overnight tonight we'll dip down into the low 50s with a chance for a passing shower or thunderstorm. Shower chances continue on Friday with the high of 68 and 43 Friday night and 70 Saturday and 80s into the weekend.
As you wake up, get going this morning. The winds are calm. We've got cloudy skies. It is 45 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Looking for the perfect way to spend your Friday night in Hastings? Head just east of town on J Street and experience the excitement of Cam Raceway. Every Friday night through August, Cam Raceway brings you a full evening of grassroots racing on Nebraska's fastest 8th-mile dirt track. You'll see it all. Stock non-wing micros, restricted micros, junior sprints, junior cage karts, adult flat karts, and junior flat karts. Catch all the local drivers, all competing for the win under the lights. Gates open at 7 p.m. and racing gets underway at 8 p.m. And the best part, admission is just $10 and kids 12 and under get in free with a paying adult. So this Friday night, skip the routine and make your way to Cam Raceway where the engines fire up, the dirt flies, and the whole family can enjoy a night at the races.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hamilton.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Welch, Heinz and Veronica with you. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Thursday. We were talking before the break about Catherine Legg trying to run both the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola.
Trying to complete both legs?
Yep, both legs to the double, so to speak. She's going to be, there's only 6 drivers who had attempted to pull that off. She'll be the first female to try to pull it off. There's only one person, though, that's actually driven all 1,100 miles. That's actually pulled the feet off, and that was Tony Stewart. So I just kind of was wondering about that. Kyle Larson tried to do it past couple of years.
Didn't finish?
Well, and the weather caused a problem for him.
Sure.
So he didn't get to pull it off. But there's only one person to really pull that off to complete all 1,100 miles, and that was Tony Stewart.
He probably ran a dirt race the night before, too.
Yeah, Smokey. He pulled it off. Anyway, of course, tonight we've got the Super Regionals for softball, Nebraska and Oklahoma State. Going to be a big night in Lincoln, Bowlin Stadium, 8 o'clock starting time between the Huskers and the Cowgirls.
Nice.
Again, both of these teams, they have played one another. That was clear back in February. The two teams split at 2 games. The third game was wiped out by the weather, so they're kind of familiar with one another, and Rhonda Revelle talked about that yesterday. She says they can't really take anything away from that series way back in February.
I think obviously it doesn't hurt, but it was February. And even just watching the film, and they're probably doing the same with us, it's like, oh, that part of the lineup's different. I mean, they have a different person playing second base, a different person playing first base. But what it does tell you is, like Jordy says, they're competitive. They've been in every fire this year. They've played a really strong schedule. I think that the margins are razor thin between the two teams, that we've got really competitive pitching. We've got experienced players. We've got kids that hit the ball in the park. We've got players that get on base, and we've got two teams that play good defense. So, I mean, we're familiar with them in that way, but at the same time, that was February.
Yeah, and the picture we're going to see probably all weekend long is Oklahoma State super sensation and Malin Ruby. She is 29-7 on the season. She's got a 2.12 earned run average. She has thrown 238 innings so far this year for Oklahoma State, giving up 182 hits, 89 runs, 72 of those earned, 216 strikeouts, only 54 walks, and teams are batting .206 against her. Anyway, what about the
Ruby Malin? Ruby Malin, not Malin Ruby.
What did I say? I said
you said Malin Ruby. Ruby Malin.
Yeah, Ruby.
You just
Malin.
had the names reversed. She's from Scott.
Really?
Yeah, she's
really good.
She had I had multiple run-ins with her in the Northwest Class B. Runs through state, and Hastings High runs through state. Ruby Malin. Yeah,
Malin.
She's pretty good.
She throws for Oklahoma State. And what about facing Ruby here in the Super Regional?
Well, I liken it to Tinsley. Last year we went to Knoxville and we faced Carlin Pickens. Really similar scenarios. So your prep is similar. You do the best you can, but in the moment, I mean, pitchers deliver pitches, and it's moment to moment. And so they're still going to get out there and compete, but you obviously do your best to watch your video, to look at the analytics, to have your players prep, but it's still going to be a dogfight.
And what about the Husker offense in the Lincoln Regional last week? We score 7 runs in 3 games to win the Lincoln Regional.
Do we wish we would have scored more runs last weekend? Yes. But I will tell you, I went back through our regional last year. We run-rolled everyone. Did that help us going into supers when we're going to face a pitcher like that? I'm not certain that it did. I don't think it hurt us, but I'm not certain that it helped us because we didn't have to play a lot of high-pressure innings, and we certainly didn't have to play high-pressure games because I believe 2 of those 3 were 5-inning games. So the fact that we have hung in the balance till the very end, 3 games in a row, and I think I said this to you all on Sunday. On Friday, we bent, we didn't break. As we moved through Sunday, I felt like we were rock solid, even when the score was 1-0. And so I don't want to get too hung up. We've got an offense that's average 7 runs a game. You get to this part of the season, if you get good pitching performances, which we had a well-pitched regional, runs are going to diminish. It's just the nature of the beast. So, yes, I know every one of our people that are in the lineup, they want to do their part to contribute, but I don't know that there's any magic formula. We're going to face an All-American, that has an ERA of whatever it is.
And Rhonda also spent some time yesterday talking about her assistant coach in Lori Simple.
Think about this. How many coaches can say that they've spent every day of their head coaching career with another human being alongside of them? Every pitch called. I think she missed 2 games once when her godfather passed away and she flew to Canada. But other than that, every pitch, every game, every inning. So there's absolutely nothing that we don't know about one another. There's complete trust. We went through a really hard time in 2019 together, never wavered. There have been times where we've had to make some staff changes, and Lori would come right in behind me and say, I support Coach Ravel in her decision, totally unified. I can't speak to that loyalty. Do we disagree sometimes? Absolutely. I think that's part of a healthy relationship. I don't want to work with somebody that just says yes all the time. I want to be challenged. I think she wants the same thing, especially with us both having pitching backgrounds. She was an Olympian. I was just Joe Schmo pitcher, but we still have opinions. But off the field, I think what people don't understand about Lori Sipple is on our staff, she's probably the most introverted of all, but she's also very deep, thoughtful, and reflective. And so if you engage in a conversation, she won't be outgoing to come to you and just start a conversation, but you engage in a conversation with her, you'll walk away from that and you'll go, I had no idea how much she'd thought about whatever that is and was. And it could be about the game, it could be about life, it could be about anything.
All right, Oklahoma State, they've got Ruby Malin in the circle. We've got a couple of pitchers in Alexis Jensen and also Jordy Fromm. Jordy says the team right now is playing loose and free heading into the Super Regional.
Yeah, I do think that we have more of that, especially at this point in the year, because last year at this time, I wouldn't say we were all, as a team, collectively bought into the belief of what we are capable of. And after last year's experience, I think right away in the fall, we all had that belief and we all knew what our goal was at the end and had, just a strong belief that was possible for us. And so that has just really helped us play free as well. I know last weekend Hannah talked a lot about how there's just never a waiver of doubt, and when there's not doubt, there's freedom, and so that has just been a big theme this year that we've all felt.
And Jordy was also asked what advice that she is giving to her freshman counterpart and Alexis Jensen heading into the Super Regional.
She hasn't really needed too much advice, to be totally honest. She just goes out there and competes. And then I think I said this last weekend, but the coolest thing has just been to see the way that she has just taken so much knowledge in from the type of scouting that you do at this level and just use that to grow. But I think both of us were really just focused on one pitch at a time, not taking a pitch off, not getting stuck on past ones, not looking too far ahead. It's very cliche, but it is so real. And I think she did an amazing job at that this weekend. It was a big focus for me this weekend. And moving forward, as games get more exciting, it's going to have to be even more of a focus. So just sticking together in that.
And the person that pops out of the dugout and comes to the pitcher's circle for a little conference occasionally is Lori Simple, the assistant coach we talked about just a moment or so ago. Anyway, Jordy talked about Lori Simple as an assistant coach.
So yeah, just being in all of our bullpens, she knows what good resets are for all of us. If we are struggling in one certain way, she kind of knows what our mechanical fix is for that. And so she's good at picking that up from the dugout and then coming out there and in a really simple way that just helps you stay competitive at the same time. She can just give you that little cue. And yeah, she's really good at picking up on those things and then knowing the right time as well to come out and share that.
All right, Rhonda Ravel and Jordy Fromm as they get ready for the Super Regional beginning tonight against Oklahoma State. Again, they go at 8 o'clock tonight. They'll play again tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and then the if necessary game will be on Saturday at 4 o'clock. So winner of the Super Regional will advance to the World Series down in Oklahoma City. One other Super Regional gets underway today. Georgia will take on Tennessee. The other 6 Super Regionals begin on Friday. LSU at Alabama, Arizona State at Texas, Mississippi State at Oklahoma, Duke will play at Arkansas, Florida will host Texas Tech, and Central Florida is at UCLA.
This is a loaded weekend of great softball teams. And I told you 1 through 16. At this point, 1-0 ball games are going to be part of the equation. We're not going to see blowouts and 5-inning run rule shortened affairs. This is it, man. And we're at the doorstep, and we know how damn hard it is to kick in that door. We were there last year, and then just ran into a pitcher's duel with Jordy Ball and now Fromm and Carlin Pickens with Tennessee. We're going to run into it again with Ruby Malin. More on the fascination of this particular Super Regional is that this is all local grown product that's going to be in the circle. This is literally something that a Nebraska fan, even if Ruby's dominating, we can celebrate the strength and the success of the programs that we have here at the lower levels, the high school ranks, the some of the programs, the travel ball programs that have been put together with the coaches. WOWT, they're out of Omaha. They did a great story on Darren Dubsky. He is the pitching coach that has worked with, because all 3 of these girls are from the Omaha Metro. Jordy Fromm, Alexis Jensen, the 1-2 punch that Nebraska has in the circle. They're both homegrown products. Ruby Malin, a homegrown product with Omaha Scott. They all took lessons and were coached by pitching coach Darren Dubsky. And WOWT did a really good write-up and a really good story on that. So this is something, again, that we get to celebrate as Nebraska softball fans, I think, all weekend, just how great this series is going to be. I don't think there's any doubt the if necessary game, that little asterisk, can probably be erased because we're going to need a if necessary game. We're going to need a game 3. I think this baby goes the distance. I think it's tight, competitive softball all the way throughout, maybe some extra innings to decide things. But if we can continue to get the pitching performances that we got in regional play, I think at the end of the day we'll be okay. At some point, Oklahoma State is going to have to go to the pen, and what do they have behind a player like Ruby Malin? I think we're going to find out. Can Alexis Jensen, who is susceptible to the long ball, she's a dominant pitcher. Her movement and velocity is off the charts for a freshman. She's intimidating in the circle. She scares the hell out of me as a 40-year-old man. I wouldn't want to be in that batter's box against her. But she is susceptible with the velocity and location. If she misses in location, bye-bye softball. Like, that's going to go for a ride. And so can she continue to hit her spots and be in command and be in control? These are all important things because you can't go to the well too many times with Jordy if Alexis is off. So we need both of those pitchers. The great teams, think of the Oklahoma runs, they had the 1-2. We've got the 1-2. Can the 1-2 continue to do what the 1-2 has done all year and put us into Oklahoma City? I think so. But again, this is not a, look at the records, look at the rankings, Nebraska should win, go ahead and Sharpie us in. We're going to go book our hotel now to Oklahoma City. You can go ahead and book your hotel now to Oklahoma City. You can go ahead and do that because you're going to see 8 great softball teams, because there's not a one in the field that you have mentioned that I would not personally pay money to go watch. That is the level of competitiveness and competition that I think we're going to see this weekend. If you're a softball fan, you're celebrating. This is a cannot miss weekend of television. So it should be exciting. It should be a lot of fun.
All right, 7:56. Waking up with Mike and Tyson. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
I accidentally closed my news tab. Hold on while I reopen it. Okay, here we go. Starting in Washington, supporters of year-round E15 ethanol sales are searching for a legislative path forward in the Senate, and the new Farm Bill could be that vehicle. Nebraska Senator Pete Ricketts says expanding access to E15 would help Nebraska corn growers lower fuel costs and boost domestic energy production. The House recently passed a separate E15 legislation, but Senate leaders are now considering attaching the measure to the broader 5-year Farm Bill as negotiations in Washington continue. Meanwhile, most City of Hastings offices will be closed on Monday in observance of the Memorial Day. Front desk services will be unavailable at the Administration, Development Services, Finance, Hastings Police Department, Hastings Fire and Rescue, Hastings Public Library, Hastings Utilities, Hastings Parks and Rec, Solid Waste Landfill Departments, and Extreme Sports. The Hastings Museum will be open Monday for regular summer hours from 9 a.m. until 5, as will the Aqua Court, as they are planning to open up on Saturday and then be open for the season from noon until 7. However, the Aqua Court will be closed if the temp is below 70 or at the manager's discretion based on inclement weather, attendance, or unusual circumstances. 2 minutes until 8 o'clock. Back to the East Side Studios we go. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Yeah, sports today brought to you by Bamboo Mind and Body Spa of Hastings and Blue Hill. You can check them out at bamboospa.website or on Facebook. Hastings College will be joining the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference in men's and women's swimming and diving in 2026-2027. This will be the first year of competition in men's and women's swimming and diving for the Broncos. Sophia Reynolds of Hastings has won the state championship in the Class B 3,200-meter run at the State Track and Field Championships in Omaha. Reynolds is the first girls track champion for Hastings High since Shauna Jones won a gold medal in 1986. State High School soccer tournament last night. Lincoln Southwest won the Class A boys championship with a 1-0 win over Omaha South. Gretna won the Class B boys crown with an 8-2 win over Lexington. Now to check into sports headlines at 7:59 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
There will be rain chances over the next few days, but the best chances for measurable rainfall, which is good news, will be to the west of the Tri-Cities and the west of Hastings. Today we'll have a high of 65, a little breezy with gusts to about 20 miles per hour. A high in the mid-60s. Overnight tonight will dip down into the low 50s with a chance for a passing shower or thunderstorm. Shower chances continue on Friday with the high of 68 and 43 Friday night and 70 Saturday and 80s into the weekend.
Winds are calm this morning. We've got cloudy skies. It is 45 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
You could sit at home this weekend, or you could be 350 feet above the North Loop River Valley with a glass of wine in hand. At Miletta Vista Winery, we've got the view, the food, and the wine to make the drive worth it. Lunch, dinner, or small plate appetizers, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. No stress, no rush, just a better way to spend your time. Miletta Vista Winery. Come and see what you've been missing. Miletta Vista Winery, St. Paul, Nebraska. Let us know you're coming. 308-754-4416.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high speed, dirt slinging, adrenaline pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class winged beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson and Veronica with you. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for a Thursday. Again, you and I will not be here tomorrow.
Nope.
Or Monday. So
nope.
We celebrate the Memorial Day holiday weekend. It's what we have on at this business. We have a couple of extra days.
Holidays.
Holiday vacation for you and me.
Holidays.
So anyway, yeah, there's going to be a lot to talk about when we get back together again on Tuesday. Just look at everything that's going to be going on this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a ton of things to talk about on Tuesday morning when we get back together again. Hopefully we're talking about Nebraska in the College World Series for softball. We'll find out where Nebraska baseball will be playing. Maybe we're going to be hosting a regional next week. And then everything on the national scene, we'll be talking about NBA, NHL playoffs, Indy 500, Coca-Cola 600 this weekend. Some of the things going on the national level. Locally, we'll have state baseball champions being decided on Friday. State track will be wrapped up. So, yeah, by Tuesday, there's going to be a lot to talk about.
That's good.
Got plans for the weekend?
Not really. Working, per usual. No big plans.
Just going to hang out for the weekend?
Just going to chill and continue preparations for other ventures and other exciting projects for the summer. So, I don't know. I guess, yeah. Gonna go see Steve today. He's gonna get Blue Bayou ready to roll for the summer travel season. Don't know how much traveling I'll be doing this summer with frickin' $4.95 gas pricing. I can tell you that much. That shit's gonna have to change real quick at the pump. And then I guess before we go for the day, I would be remiss if I did not wish my parents a very happy anniversary here on this 21st day of May.
Today is the day?
Today was the day.
Wow.
Today was the day,
happy
43 years ago.
Wow.
I can do math now.
congratulations to them.
Yeah.
I know some people that have had 4 or 5 different marriages that don't add up to 43 years. Anyway, it's time to get out of here.
Don't need to get into that.
No, we don't. We'll do it again on Tuesday morning at 7. Again, have yourself a great Memorial Day holiday weekend. Stay safe. Have fun. We'll see you again on Tuesday.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme Sports.